Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 8 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of All the Mod 7 Skyblock. Today we are taking a look at getting Applied Energistics a little bit better situated. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling with the way Applied Energistics handles the JEI search bar. It is making me... I'm just gonna have to get used to it, I think, is all really we need to say. Let's see. I don't know if I should be storing my bricks in there, to be honest with you. Let's see. I want to do this. And, oh, that's right. You're there, aren't you? I probably don't want that anymore. Yeah, we're probably going to want an importer, right? Yeah, or an interface. I could probably do an interface. Yeah, let me make another one of those. I think it means I need to make another one of these, which is a Fluix Dust and a Certus, which we should be cool on. It is not... it's my brain just not being used to the way to do this. The JEI search bar on the bottom is messing with me, because you can have JEI search integrated with the terminal, but it like gets rid of the top option there. So like you can have it like this: remember search on, autofocus on, remember search and autofocus, or use JEI search, which gets rid of the search altogether. So like muscle memory is I'm constantly going up here to type, but there's no way to have the search bar up here and link it to JEI like it does in Refined Storage, which is what I'm used to using more of. So, you know, we're getting there. So let's do this. Let's take you and break you. Let's get the storage bus connected here. And you're going to be priority... You know, let's make it 1,000, right? Like, if you can go in there, go there first. Like, that's #1 priority. Get that populated. And what's cool is I see the, I don't know if you saw it. It was very, very subtle. Sweet. Okay. There's a little phantom flying around up there. And he can't see me because I got the charm. So, like, they spawn, but they don't bug me. Brilliant design decision. Whoever decided to give you access to a phantom charm early on, brilliant. I'm just saying, because boy, Skyblocks and phantoms, they are a treat, aren't they? Oi oi oi. To make life much easier, AE2 interface. Yep, I know how that works. Semi storage bus. Yep, we're cool. And then you guys can go away. So check this out. What should happen, right? We've got 210 dust. I put it in there and it becomes 215. Perfect. That's what I would have wanted to see. Awesome. And then iron, for example, 43, we put it in there. Perfect. That's what I would have liked to have seen. Great. Do I have 2 interfaces? How do I have 2 interfaces? I don't know how I have 2 interfaces. How do I have 2 interfaces? How did that happen? Did I make both? Okay, yeah, I guess I made 2. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do here, right, is now make it so that this guy, instead of this, we'll have an interface here, and then we'll have our laser IO node, and on the opposite side, we'll put the inserter, and then we'll bind you to that, and that brings the network together. And now, anything that goes into the chest, for example, so like let's say we have no buckets, but if I had a bucket in here, boom, it should disappear and show up in here. Perfect. And if we had, you know, 211, we put that in there, boom, 215, 212, boom, 215 again. Perfect. Everything working the way I would want. Great. Cool. So that brings this guy into here, and now when we look, we should see all our stuff, our nuggets, and all those things, right? All the ingots, all that good time stuff, right? And now I can craft things, and it makes life a lot easier, which is good because I'm about to craft some things. What I've decided is I've processed a bunch of ore, and ore processing is slow. I would like to be able to process ore faster. And to do that, I'm going to get mechanism, the tier 3 path, right? Because there's 5 tiers of mechanism crafting, but I'm going to go to the 3rd tier, which is pretty easy. All you really need is a purification chamber powered by oxygen, right? Remember, we've done this before a million times, so you guys probably have a pretty good idea of what's going on, right? But oxygen and the raw ore gives you 2, and then those 2 can be crushed 1 to 1. Those did that, and then, so this is already doubling rather than like, so that's not bad. Yeah. So we're going to do this for our ores. So effectively what this means is we're going to want to change up a little bit of how this works back here. We probably want, do I want to move this into the basement? We could put it in the basement because eventually I'd like it to be fully automated and just constantly running. But for now, we're still manually running it. Do I want to run it into the basement or meh? So the only downside with Mechanism is it doesn't have an auto import feature. So we can't pull out of an adjacent chest. So we need to use either pipes or laser IO to transfer items into chests. Not the end of the world. Totally something we can deal with. But it means reworking a little bit of how this goes, right? Yeah, we're going to want to think about that. And remember, the flux capacitor always pushes to the inventory below it, right? Compactor. Flux compactor always fluxes. Speaking of flux, do we have... Oh, good, we do have flux networks. Good. I was just wondering for a second, do we have flux networks? And we do. A lot of good mods in this pack. Every time I'm like, hey, I hope this mod's in there, it actually is already in there. With the exception of Time in a Bottle, of course, but that's okay. We'll let that one slide. Just a little oversight, that's all. So what we would want to have, maybe move this up some, but that there, and then a pipe in between here, and then one. So what we're going to need is a line of machines. It's going to be the purification, the crusher, the enrichment chamber, and that. So we're going to want 3 mechanism machines, and then the 4th will be the golden furnace. Should be doable. Do we want to keep it up here, or do we want to put it in the basement? If I put it in the basement, where would we put it? Maybe over here-ish? Wouldn't be too bad, right? The problem is the way I have my energy cube at the moment. I should really relocate this guy to the basement so that it's less of a nuisance. There we go. So you go like that so that you're connected now. I'm going to make this the junction point. Right? Yeah, that, the junction point, right? So that he's getting power on the bottom. Input, output, output on the right. And then wrench. I don't need the upgrade there, but I do need the upgrade on this side, at least for now. Not that these upgrades are expensive, but still. No sense wasting our time. And then you guys are just running, right? You're cool with your tier 1 augment? Should be good enough for now. Cool. Yep, it's cruising. Sweet. All right, let's maybe then... what we could do is we could expand the back here. Yeah, I like that kind of a plan. I like that kind of a plan. What if we expanded the back here? And we did ore processing back here? Is that cool? So for now, I'm going to keep this setup up here. Just in the event that I need any more ores. I don't want to tear everything down and then be like, oh wait, I need more iron, right? So let's get what we need and set it up, right? So purification chamber is going to need an enrichment chamber. And I know I need 2 enrichment chambers. So let's do 1, 2, 3, okay? We're going to need 2 enrichment chambers. 1. All right, so we're going to need more osmium. Because osmium's what's making the circuits, right, with redstone? And I probably want to take it... Well, you know what I could borrow is from this crusher. That's cool. That works. Because I know we're going to be doing a lot of that, right? So 2 enrichment factories is what we're going to need. And then the enrichment factory turning into the purification chamber. We're definitely going to need some of these. Let's go ahead and get a decent amount, because again, I know we're going to need a lot. And while I'm low on iron, the whole purpose of doing this is to get me more iron, right? More iron more quickly, at least. Now, if I want this, we just need to do 1, 2. I can put these guys away, and then purification's good to go. All right. So there's your purification and your enrichment chamber. So this is done and this is done. Let's get our electrolytic separator, which is going to need some dust. Let me pulverize these. 2 osmium, gold, and iron. All right. So crusher and electrolytic separator are now complete. Let's also get a sink if we can. Would that be cool? Because that'll supply us with water. So that just needs clay. So do we have any dust? We may or may not have dust. Let me borrow you. Do this. And a quickie one of these. Okay. The main purpose of this is getting the dust. So let's speed that up. Cool. And this should be a quick process now, right? We could make this a little faster with some pipes upgrades, because they're easy enough to get. It's just that, and then this, and then boom. Much better, right? So much better. So much better. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and process a little bit more of that. And then you're cool. Let's turn some of you into terracotta, which, by the way, because of our new design, now the terracotta should be pulled into here automatically. See? Which means we can do a sink. Sweet. I just need a bucket of water. Excellent. All right, so that'll do the electrolytic separating. Do we want some energy cards? We might want some energy cards. How are we for redstone at the moment? Great. I would call that not great. I would definitely call that not great. Let me turn this sand into more dust real quick. And then I'll take my diamond upgrade so we can get some more redstone. Because that's going to be a pivotal component of getting more energy cards. Or getting any energy cards for that matter. So give me you. And that's probably all I really need for now. And then some energy cards need redstone. How about 8 of them? Oh my goodness, that was all my redstone, wasn't it? Well, not the end of the world. What I could do is just make... There we go. Because we're making redstone from this. So that's cool. So redstone, not a problem. So now we've got energy cards. Awesome. That works for me. All right, let's get this cooking then. So also we're going to need gas tanks, right? From Mechanism, which are pretty easy to make as I remember. 1 for oxygen, 1 for hydrogen. So then we're going to have the water going into the electrolytic separator, making the 2 things, going up into the purification chamber, and then Bob's your uncle. Okay, so back here is where we're going to set up our ore processing, right? So first things first is the electrolytic separator and the purification chamber, right? So we'll stick purification chamber here. You're going to input from the top, output to the right, okay? And then we also want the bottom to be extra, I think, is what it is, right? I think so. And if that's not... Or no, we don't actually want that. We want gases to come in the bottom. That's right. And then we want the crusher next. And your side config will be input, output. Easy peasy. And auto eject on, by the way, for both of these. Okay. And then the enrichment chamber. Auto eject on. input, output, and then this is where the furnace will go, and then we'll right into the AE system from there. What we could do is just, rather than going under the ground there, what if we just did electrolytic separator? I don't even know that we technically need the tanks, but it wouldn't hurt. So let's have you. I think what I should do is probably, there's no need to laser. Well, do we want to laser IO this? We want. Maybe we want to laser IO this. Because we need to get power in here anyway, right? Yeah. Cool. All right, so you're going to be energy in, fluid in, and your side config will be gases and oxygen on the right. Perfect. And then for fluids, it's all input. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. And your side config will be input on the left, output on the right. So that'll put the oxygen into here automatically. And then you can be set up to dumping excess, so it'll void excess hydrogen. And then on the opposite side of this, this is west, so therefore east, we want you to extract. And water should be going in here now. Perfect. You don't have enough energy. We're getting there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Sweet. So then let's do, I probably want food is what I probably want. Do we have any more steak left? One. Goodbye, steak. I miss you already. I think I got some apples, though. So what did I want to come up here for? I wanted my laser IO. This dude. Connector. And let's do... Look at all the phantoms up there, just flying around. Have no idea where I live. They're like, what? Who? Dire what? I don't know nothing about no dire wolves. It's the best. So let's bind you to a node here. And on the left, you will be output. And I should be able to get that with an energy card extracting 1,000 RF a tick. Aha! And now I get to find out if... Good. The good muffler's here. The worst is the electrolytic separator. Some of the machines are loud and annoying. The electrolytic separator is in a class of its own with that noise. But look, oxygen's filling up here, oxygen's filling up here, hydrogen's filling up here, and we are cool. And we'll use this hydrogen at some point, maybe for energy or whatever. Sweet. All right, so now you need energy, 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 and that should be cool, and everybody's going to be happy with that. Beautiful. Okay. And then we just need to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set your side input to the back to be input instead of the top. Is that cool? That's cool by me, I think. Okay, so you can insert an item here. Should we... I want to test something. If I set you to extract 8 items at a time, I think I set it up so that you can push into into laser IO. Okay, so let me steal all this stuff. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I did that. Where did you go? Oh, I know where you went. Okay, yeah, no, that's not right. I don't want that to happen. Let's get rid of that. I'm like, where did it go? Oh, right. It makes sense that it would have gone into here. Cool. Okay. Because what might work, and this is me just testing at this point. But how about on the up, you can have energy going in. Boom. Okay, you can have this. And then on the up, you're extracting on white for items. And then on this side, you're inserting on white for items. Will this do the thing? Inventory is full. Okay, yeah, no, I wasn't sure if that would work. I guess it doesn't. You know, I did that for energy. Maybe I didn't do that for items? Yeah, maybe I didn't do that for items. Yeah, I didn't do that for items. I did that for energy. You can push energy in, but you can't push items in. Fair enough. So then probably what I'll want is a chest there, right? So you can come with me. I'm gonna move this chest. I'm gonna leave this dude here for the time being. And let me grab my flux sieve too. And we'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm just kind of figuring out how this is gonna work in my head. Wrong one. So sieve pushes down, right, into chest. We're probably going to want to place a node here and maybe a node here, right? So on the east side, energy in. We're probably going to need a couple more energy cards. How about 4? 3 more? Does 3 sound good? 3 sounds doable. This is one way to do it, obviously. So you're getting energy, right? And I didn't bind you yet. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave you unbound for a sec while I still figure out if I like this design. And then you... So the sieve has to push below it, right? And the same for the compactor, right? So he's going to push into this inventory. We're going to want to pull out of this inventory anything that are pieces, but pieces have to go into the flux compactor, right? Oh, it's a thunderstorm too. That means I get to sleep through it. My favorite. Yeah. Thinking through it still. Alright, so let's say that on the opposite side of this guy, east, you're going to extract on white. What's the opposite side of this? What's this guy's configuration? Those are just... So that's a faster extract. Yeah, let's do that one then. Because this one does not have an overclocker. Okay. So this comes out. So you'll extract on east. I would like to guarantee that all pieces wind up inside the flux compactor, right? So what we should do is have a dedicated... So, like, I think this one has a filter for pieces. It does. It does. So what if we said... on the east, you can extract pieces on... Alright, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change up the filtering logic for this, right? So right now, let's say this chest gets a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to want 2 extract cards on the opposite side here. One on white and one on orange. And the white one will allow... will deny pieces, right? Correct. Yeah, that looks cool. And then the orange one will allow pieces. So iron, gold, copper, lead. Do we already have nickel in here? We didn't. Oh, no, we did. Okay. Silver. Actually, we have silver. Tin. I think we have tin. Aluminum. And that should be good, right? What am I missing? I was missing osmium. Okay, so the pieces go out on the orange network. Anything but pieces goes out on the white network. Okay, and then over here, we're going to insert, okay, on orange. That's right, that has a high priority. That's why it didn't stack. Doesn't matter about priority anymore because we're doing the channels thing. Before, the pieces didn't fit in the drawers. Now, pieces can fit into the applied energistics system, and we never want that to happen. So we need to use a separate channel to prevent pieces from being allowed to make it into that dude, the interface. Cool? All right, so insert on orange pieces here. So if I throw a bunch of pieces in here, they should start getting extracted once I bind you. And you can bind to you, you, and you. And that means you should be getting power again, presumably. You're all behaving, you're getting power. Beautiful. Okay, and then the pieces came out and then went into there. Now I might want a couple overclockers, just because I had them before. 1, 2 should be enough to get me going. And on the opposite side of this guy, you can be 32 every 10 ticks, and you're also 32 every 10 ticks, and that should be cool. Okay. Now, eventually, we could auto-insert gravel and sand and stuff into this thing if we wanted to, right? Now, you're going to automatically dump whatever you've combined into here, okay? So I'm going to have you extract on the purple channel. How's that sound? Okay. And then you can insert on the purple channel, and you start processing. Cool. So purple will be for the combined things, and then you're gonna go there, and you're gonna automatically go into the crusher, and then you're gonna automatically go into this, and then this guy can extract on white, so that any smelting that happens is good, right? So you're gonna auto split, and then you're going to input on the left, and the back will be an output. Cool. You're still doing that thing where, like, something weird's happening with your dust. So how about no longer auto-ejecting? And you can auto-input on? Is that fair? It's in there somewhere, because I know if I break it. But now you should be cool. Now you're cool, right? Now watch what happens when I break this. I get 4 gold dust. So I don't know where the gold furnace is like, where it's getting pushed to. Input. Let's just make you input, you output, auto input on, and then you're cool. Good deal. Okay, that works. Oh, and then I need to do this. Perfect. And then split on, and then you did your thing. Awesome. That works, right? And then auto extracting from the back. So you've got back is output, and you should be extracting items. You have nowhere to go currently, mostly because I've yet to bind you to here. But now you should have a place to go. And if I'm not mistaken, boom, emptied. Boom, emptied. Cool? And that should be good, right? I like that. I think that works. Now I'm going to need, let's do 1, 2, 3 tier upgrades and some speed upgrades, and then we should be in really good shape. So tier from mechanism, 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then you set to split, split, and split. And then let's get some gravel. Throw you in that, and then let's see what happens, right? So see what happens? All the stuff went into the thing. The diamonds went where they belong. Everything's behaving itself. All the stuff is getting put in here. Eventually, this will back stuff the pieces, and then the pieces should build up in here, presumably. That's what I would expect. Cool. And this is feeling really good to me, actually. So yeah, look, pieces are building up in here. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see pieces not going into the applied energistic system, and it's not. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. So then we shouldn't need you no mores. Shouldn't need you no mores. I'll leave this dude right here, just chilling. Though I, in fairness, have a bunch of ores to process. And you guys can all chill here. Right? Now, what I wouldn't mind doing is I can put this away, and that sorts, remember. So that'll auto-dump everything into the thing. What I wouldn't mind doing is deciding, well, two things. One, I should get my crusher back into place. Two, I could probably trash this and make a better pickaxe. Maybe not even a better one, just another one for now. Let's do speed upgrades and energy upgrades. Is that cool? How are we for iron? We are hilariously low on iron. Are you not locked? How are you not locked, iron? How did my iron drawer get unlocked? He's literally the only one not locked. That's weird. But yeah, you are hilariously low on iron. So let's get more iron coming in. Okay, that's a nice way to manually get your iron cooking. We have to process the rest of that tin. So remember, this doubles. So if we want to do speed upgrades, we should do like 8, 8, and 4. So we're going to want a healthy amount of speed upgrades. That will be a little bit better. Yeah, you're burning up your oxygen as a result. You are power problems? Or maybe just because probably just because I tick accelerated so much. Yeah, your power problems are probably a result of tick accelerations. But you probably need some upgrades as well, right? So with all this iron processing, we should now be in a better place. That's actually probably a really good number. And then we're going to need osmium, right? And gold. Perfect. Okay. So that might not quite be what I want, but we'll get there. Do we have more sand? Probably. Yeah, we're probably going to also want you to input on from the right. I gotta stop jumping off the ledge like this. Suddenly burning up more food than usual. Can't imagine why. Alright, so there's your speed upgrades. Let's get some energy upgrades now. Yeah, see, we need more infused alloys. Alright, that feels pretty good, right? 8, 8, and 4? Okay. So let's go with... let's start with the energies, right? So let's put like 2, 2, 8, and 8. Okay. 2, 2, 8, and 8. And hopefully that'll be super cool. And I'm pretty sure I can get some speed upgrades into this thing, which will make it, you know, smelt faster. Energy might be a problem now. Is it because we don't have enough here? Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. Oh my goodness, you scared me. Into the void with you. Dude, that guy scared me. I was like, what is this noise? Alright, so energy's clearly a little bit of an issue for us. We'll get that sorted in a sec. Can we get better augments, you think, at this point from thermal? That's a good question. Can we get reinforced integrals? Probably. I feel like we could get signalum going. It's just copper, dust, and tin. How about that? That's 10, right? Yeah. Now we just need to get energy amped up and we should be cool. Now, this is probably a good time to say, hey, should we check out that advanced generators mod? And the answer is probably yes. Okay, so signalum dust. Didn't you say tin? Or was it silver? Oh, it was silver, my bad. Oh, well, whatever. You go in there for later. I'm sure I'll find a use for you. Is this silver? Nope, osmium. Yep, silver. Are we low on redstone again? I guess we are. Oh well. So clearly, some power issues. You know, this is always an option. But that's a very short-term option. But did we, for the most part? Oh no, we've just choked on this. So that's okay-ish. I think we'll start rebuilding our buffers a little bit. Yeah, we'll let this chill for a minute, but we definitely need to get more power going in here. All right, let's do this. I'm going to wrap up the episode because we're getting, you know, pretty close to that point. And then what I'll do is come back next episode and amp up our power. Like, we'll start by doing some more reinforced integral components because I think we could probably amp those up pretty quickly. But we are going to need some dust, which needs a hammer and a chest. And what I'll probably want to do is just put this, like, here. Do I have another energy card? I do. Nice. So you should be filling that bad boy up. And I could borrow you. Sweet. Let's borrow this. You can grind up into gravel, and then we'll get you into dust, and that'll get me more redstone, so that I can get more, etc., etc. So, between episodes, I'll probably just make these, and then we'll come back next episode, and I'd like to take a look at that advanced generators mod. Because I remember this mod from like a long time ago, and I remember being like, this is a cool and fun mod. I remember it being a little bit resource hungry, but it makes some really good power relatively on the cheap. So, or maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen this mod that I really want to just check it out again. But for now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.